A ton of news about the fourth stimulus check, a ton of news about stimulus payments, a ton of news is here for you on stimulus checks. Joe Biden can do something about this? First of all, let's get into the most important news. It's that Social Security benefits, no matter what, play a major role for your retirement and for the older Americans especially. Now, there could be big changes on the horizon. Social Security is facing a shortfall. A shortfall that could be catastrophic, that is. The program is paying out more in benefits than it's receiving from taxes. If lawmakers don't find a solution soon, things could get nasty. There are several proposals on the table. Social Security benefits are funded primarily through payroll taxes. Workers pay into the program now, and the most of the money is paid out to the retirees. So let's not forget about that right now though. These taxes are not even enough to pay out benefits in full. Just to cover Social Security, it has been dipping into its trust funds.
We'll have to start thinking about, at least, the looming debt limit deadline. Democrats' message? Political brinksmanship could drive up costs for ordinary households. A recent analysis by the center-left think tank Third Way estimated that an actual default could result in the loss of 3 million jobs, a $20,000 drop in the average retirement savings, and a $130,000 increase in the cost of a mortgage. And Republicans argue this is all fear-mongering. House Budget Committee Chairman Jody Arrington tweeted, Democrats and Republicans must seize this opportunity to rein in unsustainable spending and reorient the nation's fiscal trajectory before it is too late. Now, top Senate Republican Mitch McConnell was confident yesterday that the country would not face a financial crisis.
In the end, I think the important thing to remember is that America must never default on its debt. It never has and never will. But we'll end up in some kind of negotiation with the administration over what.
So both Democratic and Republican lawmakers, everybody, are negotiating on Americans receiving universal basic income payments. This is some good news. It has been announced up to $18,000 may be claimed by several people that are experiencing financial difficulties. So if you qualify for this extra stimulus check, be sure to watch this entire video because you definitely don't want to miss out on it. So the past round stimulus checks have been given to people, and more and more Americans are feeling the need for universal basic income. But many lawmakers in certain states and cities are getting used to this idea. Universal basic income is a set of recurring payments that individuals get from the government. These can be paid out every month, several times a year, or just once annually. Now, this is an idea that entrepreneur Andrew Yang, who recently left the Democratic Party, centered his 2020
And it's still a major priority. I think the majority
tax credit and other tax credits as well. The IRS Commissioner Chuck Reddick has also announced that the IRS wants to remind everybody that's potentially eligible for this payment that they may qualify for these valuable tax credits even if they are not required to file a tax return. They may still qualify for several important credits. We don't want to overlook these tax credits, and the letters will remind people of their potential eligibility. Until people claim these benefits without charge, the free file tool is going to remain open for an extra month this year. Until November 17th, that is. The tool enables people whose incomes are $73,000 or less to file a return online for free. Individuals whose incomes are below $12,000 and couples whose incomes are below $25,000 may be able to file a tax return to claim the recovery rebate credit, which covers any stimulus payment amounts from 2021 that they may have missed and the child tax credit as well. In an effort to help families fight inflation, the New York governor has also announced last month that people in New York will receive an average payment of $270 through the state tax credit program. As part of the 2022-2023 New York State budget, New York taxpayers could receive a check for two different payments under the Empire State Child Credit and the Earned Income Credit. And while the payments will come out as a relief for many, most of the state's nearly 20 million residents are not eligible. Around 1.75 million low-income New Yorkers and families are eligible for payments. This program will actually put money back into the pockets of nearly 2 million New York families struggling to make ends meet in the face of the crisis. And also, beginning this fall, around 3 million people in Georgia can expect a check of $350 to arrive at their bank, and that's because the governor has released up to $1 billion in crisis aid to send people funds to deal with inflation. Despite nearly $3 billion in excess revenues flowing back to taxpayers next month, Massachusetts residents are already urging for more financial relief from lawmakers at least. Currently eligible residents can expect to receive a rebate that is 13% of their 2021 state income tax liability, with the average amount at about $530. According to Massachusetts Budget and Policy Center, low-income households who do not pay income taxes will not get any refund under the tax cap law, and the bottom 20% of earners will receive an average credit of just $9. Taxpayers would have needed to earn more than $38,000 in 2021 to secure a refund of more than $250. In the final hours of formal sessions this summer, lawmakers have abandoned their plan to deliver $1 billion in tax relief to residents, including one-time $250 stimulus checks to middle-income. Runaway inflation over the past year, beneficiaries will see the largest COLA in 4 decades in 2023. But a few other important changes are coming to Social Security next year. Scorching inflation hit the U.S. economy hard in the past year, driving up the cost of food, utilities, and medical care, among other necessary goods and services. Fortunately, Social Security benefits will get an 8.7% COLA in 2023 to impact the rising prices that everyone's facing, and there will be the largest COLA in 1982. So, in December, beneficiaries will receive a COLA notice by mail, providing the exact details of the new benefit amount. The SSI estimates that the average benefit paid to retired workers will rise by about $150 to $1,827 per month in 2023. That means the average retiree will see an extra $1,752 over the course of the year. The Social Security Administration identifies any individual on retirement benefits as a retiree. It's possible to keep working while receiving Social Security checks, and that said, in addition to the permanent penalty for claiming Social Security early, workers claiming benefits prior to full retirement age, which is also known as FRA, may receive a temporary benefit reduction based on their income. The earnings limits typically increase each year based on changes in general wage levels. In 2023, the lower limit is $21,000 and the higher limit is $56,000. For beneficiaries under FRA for the entire year, $1 in benefits will be withheld for every $2 in earnings that exceeds $21,240. But for beneficiaries who will attain FRA in 2023, $1 in benefits will be withheld for every $3 in earnings exceeding $56,000 prior to the reaching of FRA. The formula used to calculate Social Security benefits is adjusted annually to account for changes in general wage levels. That means the maximum benefit payable to newly retired workers increases yearly. But the actual amount also depends on the individual's age when they claim Social Security. According to data, very few people actually qualify for the maximum benefit. To reach that threshold, workers must earn more than the maximum amount subject to Social Security payroll tax for at least 35 years. The figure was $147,000 in 2022, and only about 6% of individuals in the U.S. meet that criteria. Retirees were hit hard, very hard this year with Medicare Part B increases. The standard monthly premium soared 14.5% from the 2021 level to $170. However, Medicare is giving that increase back in 2023. The standard monthly Medicare Part B premium for 2023 will fall $5.20 to $164. To add icing to the cake, the annual deductible for Medicare